Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be recording my top 10 favorite mounts that I have so far in the World of Warcraft. Now I have a lot of mounts, close to probably about 600, quite a bit. I have not been a mount collector until Shadowlands, like the Shadowlands pre-patch. That's when I kind of just started farming them. The last mount event we just had just ended, I believe, yesterday, where you had extra chances to go loot for different mounts. I will go ahead and tell you right now, Invincible is not on this list. Reason being is I had it drop once and I give it away because I am such a nice guy, but this is going to be my top 10 anyways. So starting with number 10 is going to be the Riding Turtle. The Riding Turtle, back when I played on a private server for a little bit, just for a little bit, I actually was able to get the Riding Turtle, and I didn't even realize it was a TGC mount, because like when I started in the Burning Crusade, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about the game. But I love this mount very much. It's a very cute mount. I use it from time to time just to be goofy. I do use it in the water. It is a... I'd like to say it was a flex mount, but Blizzard has recently just allowed everybody and their mom to get it, so it's not really as cool anymore, or charming or endearing, but I love it nonetheless. It's still a very cute mount. I just have a good time with it. So with that being said, number 9 is gonna be the... It's a weird list too, but it is what it is. Number 9 is the Waste Warped Deathwalker. I got this mount during my very first ever of the Mythic Plus Keystone. KSM, that's what I was trying to think of. Matches my Mog pretty well. I always like to use Mogs and that match mounts. This is my first flex mount, I guess, I've ever really had that I got from KSM. I love it. I thought Shadowlands was incredibly awesome. I know everyone hates like Shadowlands. I personally think it was amazing. So I got the Deathwalker and I use it all the time. So I mean, honestly, this could very well be in my top 3, but I'm going to go ahead and just place it at number 9. Because realistically, I do use this flying mount probably more than almost all of them, if not all of them. But we're going to go ahead and go to number 8, and this one's a weird one as well. Number 8 is actually the Tombstalker. This was one of my most desired mounts ever. I've always wanted this mount since BFA. I thought it was super cool. I just didn't do Mythic Plus back then to go and be able to get it. Big dinosaur fan, big mummy fan, death fan, goth fan, all of that stuff. This is a really awesome ass mount. It's one of the first ones I farmed during the event last month, and very happy it dropped. It only took like 13 runs, but whatever. I've literally farmed it countless times over the years, but it finally dropped during the event, so I couldn't be happier. But yeah, I love this mount. Without a doubt, one of my favorites of all time. This could easily be in my top 5, but I'm going to just, for now, because I didn't really organize this very well, this is going to be number 8. That being said, number 7 is Vengeance. I actually never thought I would actually ever get this mount. Very happy that I did, however. I was running Sanctum of Domination with my friend for Transmog, because I think Sanctum has probably the best Transmog in the game for the raid tier, if I'm being honest. Everything is just really cool. Didn't expect this even to drop. I wasn't even trying to farm it, and it dropped for me. And I was like, what? That's fucking cool. Let's go. I love this mount. It is awesome. Vengeance is definitely one of my top 3 favorite flying mounts of all time, straight up. But that being said, let's get into number 6. And number 6 is going to be Midnight. Always wanted this mount. I farmed it a little bit. I'm not going to say that I farmed it like a whole bunch, because I really didn't. I think there was a couple years in between of me running for this. I do remember when it came out, everyone that had it was like flexing it off in Dalaran. I was really jealous of it, but it is a really cool mount. Like let's be honest here, it's a really cool mount. I think the only other horse mount that beats this one would be Old Blanchy, but I unfortunately do not have Old Blanchy, so Midnight is definitely number 6. Moving on to number 5 is going to be Jigglesworth Senior. I got this mount in Shadowlands. I'm sure a lot of people got this back in Shadowlands. I thought it was a really cool ass mount. Out of the 4 main covenants, I thought Maldraxxus was the cool one. You know, with me being in real life like very edgy, very gothy, post-punk, I like all that kind of stuff. So you would have thought it would have been Revendreth, like vampires, the whole cathedral. That's what I would have thought, but for whatever reason, I was really drawn to Maldraxxus, and this is the most Maldraxxus mount ever. I love it. I love the slime skeleton cat. I worked my ass off to make sure I got this, and couldn't be happier with that. So moving on to number 4, where are you at? Always wanted this mount, just got it in the event last month. Very happy that I got it. I got it because I main Frostmage currently at max level, and I needed a mount to go along with Frostmage, and I could not think of anything more signifying for that, and that was the, of course, the Glacial Tidestorm. This is a really cool ass mount. I feel bad fighting Jaina so many times. Like, this was a very unique mount when it came out. I think nothing else came close to this outside of the Legion class mount that came for, what was it, Shaman? I think Shaman had something like this. But it's really cool for a water elemental mount. Like, I mean, you can't beat that, you know? So moving on to number 3 is a very old school mount. Everyone and their mom pretty much has this. That is the Ravenlord. Fun fact, it actually took me 8 years farming to get the Ravenlord, which is sad because it's apparently a very common dungeon drop, but the RG gods were not with me. Now, I did not farm it on multiple characters weekly or daily or whatever it was. It's been years. I've had this for years now. I don't remember what it was because, WoW changes so often. I couldn't even tell you at this point. But I did farm it on one of my characters every single week, and I finally got it, I think, in Mist of Pandaria or Warlords of Draenor. I finally got it. And what's funny is I actually got the flame version of this from from the Firelands like 3 times before I actually got the Ravenlord itself, which is just hilarious to me. But yeah, this is a very iconic mount. Everyone knows the Ravenlord. This was like one of those big dick mounts back in BC. It's really cool. Very outdated though. Like, just looking at it compared to like anything else, this is a very dated looking mount, but it is still iconic. Very cool for the wild lore. So yeah, that's why it's my number 3. Number 2 is going to be the Infinite Armadon. This is my favorite KSM mount I think I've ever got. This thing is legendarily cool to me. I love the Infinite Dragonflight. Always been a big fan of that. I worked my ass off to get this mount. I only did KSM one other time in Dragonflight. I kind of missed out on the other 2 because I was twinking and not paying attention to max level too much. Not saying max level was bad. Dragonflight was a really good expansion. It just, I mainly play level 30, so... But I made sure to get this one done. This is awesome. I love it so much. I have to use this as like a land mount most of the time, if not all the time. I love it. I know people don't like land mounts, but I really do. I think they're better than flying mounts because there's too many flying mounts. I don't think every single thing needs to go up into the sky. Like, I think it's okay to be on a ground mount at times. But yeah, this is a really awesome mount, and definitely my favorite land mount in the game. But that does not mean it's my favorite mount overall, and this is the reason why this one is my favorite mount, and that is the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur. 5 million gold sync. Not a lot of people have this, but a lot of people do actually have this. But it is absolutely a flex mount. If you had this in BFA, it just showed that you had a lot of money. I'm not going to sit here and brag that I'm a gold farmer or like, oh, I have all these great stock trades in the auction house. And you are probably going to make fun of me, but I don't care. And maybe this is why I put this as number 1. I actually spent $1,000 buying this mount. I spent $1,000 on WoW tokens just to have the affordable gold to buy this stupid mount. And I'm not even kidding. Like, what do WoW tokens go for now? I don't even know. 300k. Oh my god. I think whenever I got this mount, it was like 150k per gold token or WoW token. But yeah, this has gone up quite a bit. This is crazy, dude. Oh my Jesus. But yeah, I literally spent, not even joking, I spent $1,000 out of my savings account to make sure I got this mount because I really wanted it. None of my friends had it. I had some disposable income at the time. Of course, I don't have that now, but at the time I did have it. So I went ahead and spent the money on it, and Lord and behold, here we go. Got it. Really awesome ass mount. I am very happy with it. And, you know, I'm sitting here flexing it off for a couple years, and then Blizzard releases a $90 version of this with a mailbox, which instantly makes it better than this one. Last year, broke my heart. Everyone got that one. But at least I got the old school one, and I think that is very cool for that alone. So, anyways, that is my top 10. Definitely, if I didn't spend $1,000 buying this, and if they didn't take it away, it probably wouldn't be so high on the list if it was even on the list. But it's cool. I just wish that they would add one with the barbershop. I think that would have made it better. And they should make it white. Like, they should make the white Brutosaur mount and put a barbershop on it instead of a mailbox. I think that would have been awesome. But anyways, that being said, thank you guys very much. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see everybody in the next video, whatever that is. Thank you. Bye.